Welcome back to Happily Home Cooking. Today we're making lamb chops with a beautiful demi-glace sauce that feels elegant but is actually super simple to make. We're going to develop lots of deep, rich flavor in this smooth sauce with simple ingredients you probably already have at home. It's delicious and versatile, making it a great accompaniment to elevate any steak dinner. We're getting our demi-glace going first, and this dish has very little prep or chopping, which is a win in my book. We'll start by giving a quick rough chop to half an onion, a couple stalks of celery, and a carrot. And I'm not even going to peel our carrot for this, just make sure it's well washed and cut it into chunks. We'll also use some garlic. I'm using about 4 cloves or 6 small ones, which will give a good smash, and peel them. And we're not even going to bother chopping them. Get a large pot going on the stove over a medium heat, and we'll add some olive oil. This is the olive oil I'm using today. And toss in our veggies and aromatics. Make sure, of course, you drop some of them outside the pot. That's super important. So we're going to let these cook for about 15 minutes or so to develop some nice color on our onions. One of the ways we're going to develop deep, rich flavor in our sauce is by browning and caramelizing our ingredients. Usually a demi-glace would be made by actually browning and roasting beef bones, but we're going to do ours without the bones, making sure to develop flavor in other ways. In addition to browning our veggies and aromatics, I also like to add some seasonings at the sautéing stage. This is going to help us layer and intensify our flavors. Just a simple seasoning of sea salt, pepper, and by the way, instead of just black pepper, we've been using this 4-pepper blend, and I'm loving it. And we'll also add some parsley. Now that our veggies and aromatics are looking beautiful, we're going to add a can of tomato paste. We're using tomato paste instead of diced tomatoes or tomato sauce because it has a deeper, more concentrated flavor. As we're stirring it, we're going to make sure to scrape up all those brown bits from the bottom of the pot. Now we'll add 4 cups of water, and since we're not using beef bones to create our broth, we're going to use better than bouillon. This is a go-to in our house. We always have it in the fridge, and I love it. especially for recipes like this, because we can add as much or as little as we want to adjust the intensity of the flavors. Generally, the recommendation is to use 1 teaspoon per cup of water, so we're going to start with that, and we can always add more later if we want to. So we'll stir this all together, and then we're just going to let it simmer. As it simmers, some of the water will evaporate, the flavors will condense, and our sauce will thicken. I've let this simmer for just about half an hour, and our veggies are nice and tender, so we're going to puree them now. I like to use an immersion blender for this. You could do this in a regular blender, but I don't like to put hot foods in plastic. If you have a glass pitcher, that would be great, but we don't, so this is how we do it. So now that our sauce is pureed, we could just leave it like this, but a demi-glace is meant to be smooth, so we're going to pass this through a fine mesh strainer. I am going to be honest though, this is the only part of this recipe that is a little tedious. Straining this sauce took me about 15 minutes, my hands were cramping, but maybe if you have a larger strainer, it would go a bit faster. Use your spoon to smash the chunks of veggies through until you're left with just the little dry, unpureed bits. Now we have this beautiful, smooth sauce. So the longer we simmer the sauce, the more it's going to reduce down and thicken, and I do still want ours a bit thicker than this, so we're going to return it to the stove. Our big pot still has all the little chunks in it. I could just wash it out, but I'm just going to transfer this instead to a smaller, clean saucepan to finish up. I'm also going to give it a taste and check our seasonings, see if we need to adjust anything. So I do want to intensify the beef flavor a bit more, so I'm going to add a little bit more of our bouillon. I'm also going to add a bit of Worcestershire sauce. However much you think, I'm adding that much. Okay, so we'll let this keep simmering and reducing a bit, and we'll start preparing our meat. We're using lamb today because that's what we had in the fridge, but this sauce would go great with any kind of steak too. I'm going to separate this roast into individual lamb chops. And we're going to season them simply with salt and pepper. And we'll let our meat rest at room temperature for about 30 minutes before cooking it. While our meat is resting, and now that we're getting close to the end, we're going to add the finishing touches to our demi-glace sauce. We'll add a bit of butter for a smooth, rich finish on our sauce. And a touch of Dijon mustard, just to round out the richness with a bit of vinegar bite. And if your sauce is thickened to your liking, you can just turn it down to a very low heat just to keep it warm while we cook our meat. If you still want it thicker, let it keep simmering. For our pan today, we're using this new paella green pan we got at Costco. It's a pre-seasoned carbon steel, which means it'll be non-stick, but also give us a great sear and crust on our meat. And it's nice and big, so we'll be able to fit all of our lamb chops in it. We'll start by heating our pan first over a medium to medium-high heat. We want it nice and hot when our meat goes in. Coating our pan with olive oil. And adding our lamb chops seasoned side down. Now we'll go in and season this top side with some salt and pepper as well. And we're going to cook these until we have a nice brown crust, somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 minutes each side. I like my red meat cooked medium, so we'll be looking to pull these off at around 130 to 135 degrees, and they'll continue cooking a bit as we let them rest for 5 to 10 minutes after cooking. And this is so easy, guys. I'm not the usual steak cook at our house, and I almost never cook lamb, but you can see how beautiful and perfect these are turning out. This pan is fantastic, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Pairing lamb or steak with this simple demi-glace sauce is an amazing way to elevate steak night. Our lamb chops came out perfect, and the sauce added so much flavor and depth. We can't wait to make it again, and would love to hear how it turned out for you when you make it. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and have those notifications turned on, and we'll see you for our next family favorite recipe. Until then, have a beautiful day and happy home cooking!